Good morning, everyone. Now we have reached to the last session of direct and indirect speech. We have already completed the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech, and today we'll be learning the reverse of it. That is the conversion of indirect speech into direct speech. So let us begin with the session. See, before starting with the conversion, just recall all the rules which we have done for the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech. Because all the rules will be nothing but the reverse of all those things which we have done so far. All right. So let us quickly begin with the rules. Now, rule number 1 is reporting verb. So when we encounter an indirect speech, we have to change its reporting verb to say or said to. Okay. See, in the direct speech, what we were doing, we were changing these words into told, or we were changing according to the mood of the direct speech, reported speech. And now the reverse of it is very simple. We just have to convert every reporting verb into said to. Okay, so I have taken just one example and I'll make you understand with the help of this example only. So stepwise I'll be writing the direct speech. You'll be seeing the direct speech stepwise, and towards the end you will see the full converted sentence. So the example has been given as, Ben told me that he had bought apples the previous day. So the first rule which we have to apply is, first of all, we have to change the reporting verb. So what is the reporting verb in the indirect speech? It is told over here. So we change told into said to. Whatever the reporting verb is, we have to just change it into said to when we are transforming a sentence which is given in indirect speech into direct speech. So told will change into said to. Okay. So this is the first thing which we do, and we do not make any changes in the subject. So subject remains the same. Ben will remain Ben only, and told will change into said to. Why said to? Because there is an object after the verb, that is told. So after the reporting verb, when there is an object, then we write said to. And suppose there would have been no object, then we would have written just said. Okay. Now let us move on and see what the next rule is. Now the second rule is comma. Okay. What do? We just remove this that and place a comma. Right? This is the indirect speech, and we are working on the direct speech. So what all we have done so far? We wrote the subject as it is. We converted told into said to me. Okay, we made the changes in the reporting verb, and then there has to be a comma in the direct speech. So we inserted a comma over here. See, all right. Now let us see what the next slide has. The next slide says that we have to now focus on the joining words. Okay. If you remember, we were using the conjunctions to that, okay, to, if, or whether, all these conjunctions we were using when we were converting a direct speech into indirect speech. So now what will we be doing? We will be just removing these conjunctions, and the direct speech, what we will have in the direct speech, we won't have any that or to or if or whether. So this that, it is removed, which the that which is there in the indirect speech, it has no existence in the direct speech. So we do not use any that or any of the conjunctions which we use to convert a direct speech into indirect speech. Now let us move on to the next step. What is the next step? Our quotation marks start. Okay, inverted commas begin after the comma. So after comma, we'll open the double inverted commas. This is the next step. Now moving further, we will encounter the pronoun. So for pronoun, the same rule which we did to convert a direct speech into indirect speech, now we will just reverse it. Okay, so if you remember, we were converting the third person, we were converting the first person to the third person depending upon the gender of the subject. So we will be doing the reverse of it. That is, we will be finding the third person. For example, he over here, in this case, he is the third person. So what is the irrespective of the gender of the subject, we will just change into I in the first person, because who is the speaker? Ben is the speaker, so he will be telling about himself. So I will come over here because the direct speech has the pronoun in the first person. If in the indirect speech we find the pronoun in the third person, and if in the indirect speech there is pronoun uh, in the second person, okay, then we change it into the first person. Change the pronoun from first person to second person, and the third person will remain unaffected. There will be no change in the third person. For example, she is written there, so she will remain in the she will remain same in the direct speech. Next, next is the tense. Okay, so I have already told you what kind of tense changes to what. So just you have to do the reverse of it. For example, we did simple present tense. So simple present tense was getting changed into simple past. Present continuous was changing into past continuous, and likewise. So if you find a sentence which is in indirect speech, and the tense it has is in past continuous, then we will change it into present continuous when we are converting it into direct speech. Okay, so here in this case, look at the sentence, look at the example. Ben told me that he had bought apples. He had bought apples. Now had is past, and the past tense with the V3 form of verb gives us past perfect. Past perfect tense. So past perfect tense will either change into simple past or present perfect. See here, we will not change it into present perfect. Why? Because the previous day, it is a distant past. Okay, so when present perfect present perfect is used for immediate past. Okay, something which we have done in near past and not a distant past, like an hour ago or a few hours ago. That if it would have been if it would have been in such way, then we would have used present perfect. But now the sentence is saying the previous day, that means a day before. So we will be changing it into simple past. So he had bought apples will change into I bought apple. Okay, this is the simple past without any helping verb, and with the second form of verb we get a sentence which is in simple past. So tense you have to pay attention to. Next is time expression. If there is any time expression, it is not necessary that you will find everything in a sentence. This as sentence I have taken as an example so that I can make you understand all the diverse aspect of changing sentence which is given in indirect speech into direct speech. So the time expression, if it is there, then again you have to reverse it. If you remember, when we were transforming a direct speech into indirect speech, so we were changing now into then. And now here what we are doing, we are just reversing it, we are just doing the reverse of it. So you will find then in the sentence, and if you find then in the sentence, then the reverse of it will become now. So it's just a reciprocal. Okay, so Ben told me that he had bought apples the previous day. So the previous day was what? Yesterday. The previous day was used for yesterday. So we will remove the previous day and add yesterday. If you can see the example, what I have done, we just remove this time expression which is given in indirect, we change it into direct. So what will be the direct, what do we use for it in the direct speech? That is yesterday. Next is now punctuation marks. See, whatever the sentence is, we have to end the sentence with the correct punctuation marks. In the indirect speech, we were ending the when we change a direct speech into indirect speech, then we end the sentence always with a full stop. All the kinds of sentence we transform into assertive sentence. There we did declarative sentence also, we did imperative sentence, we did interrogative and exclamatory sentences. So all kinds of sentences, when they were changing it into indirect speech, they were all becoming, they were all getting the form of assertive or declarative sentence. And assertive and declarative sentences always end with a full stop. Okay, so when we will change again indirect speech into direct speech, so all those punctuation marks will come into existence. Okay, so if you find that the word, that the sentence, that the indirect speech has the tone of declarative sentence, then we will end it with a full stop. If it is an exclamatory sentence, then we will end the sentence with an exclamation mark. And if the sentence is in interrogative form, then we end it with a question mark. Okay, these three punctuation marks we use to put at the end of the sentence. So this also we have to keep in mind. And then what we do, see, like this sentence, it is a declarative or an assertive sentence. Okay, this is an assertive sentence, and assertive sentence ends with a full stop. So we place the full stop over here. Look, this black dot. Okay, full stop. And then since we started the inverted commas and opened the inverted commas, so when the reported speech uh, gets completed, then we close the inverted commas also. This is the closing point. Okay, so begin the we write the reported speech within the inverted commas, and I also told you that we put the punctuation marks within the inverted commas and not outside the inverted commas. And now one more important thing is that you are seeing this sentence in indirect speech. Ben told me that he had bought apples. Now this he is in small letter, but we know that this will come, this portion will come within the inverted commas. So when it will come within the inverted commas, then after changing it into the in the correct form of pronoun, then when we begin the reported speech, we always begin it with a capital letter. Okay, we begin it with a capital letter, and we end it with the correct form of punctuation, with the correct punctuation mark, and then we put a and then we close the inverted commas. Okay, so these are the rules which you have to pay attention. So let us see how all the steps in on one slide. This was the indirect speech. This was a sentence in indirect speech. Ben told me that he had bought apples the previous day. What did we do? We changed told into said. Said to. Why said to? Because there is an object in the indirect speech. Okay, Ben told me. So there is an object. That means Ben is saying something to someone. So who is that someone? That someone is me. So Ben said to me. Okay. Then what did we do in the next step? We placed a comma. Ben said to me, then comma. Then Ben said to me, comma. Then we started the inverted commas. After that, we wrote all the reported speech in the form of direct speech by changing the pronoun, by changing the tense of the sentence, and also the time expression we changed. After that, we placed a correct punctuation mark, and in this case, the correct punctuation mark would be a full stop. So we placed the full stop, and then we ended the sentence with the inverted commas, and we are done. So this is all we have to do. It is very simple, just the reverse of it. If you have understood well enough the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech, it's just the reverse of it, just the reverse. Okay, you don't have to learn anything exclusively for this. So now, is this much clear to everyone? Now that was one example which I took in order to make you understand the things. Now I have taken few other examples so that you can understand all the rest of the things, like what are the, how do we use other kind of punctuation marks, okay, and how do we remove other kinds of the pronouns, other kinds of conjunctions which we were using for the interrogative sentences. So let us look at the examples. Let us go through it. The first example is it is in indirect speech. We are doing the conversion from indirect to direct. Just keep that in mind. Sarah asked me whether I was coming to the school. So when you know that when we find a whether or if in a sentence, that means it is the conversion of an interrogative sentence. And what kind of interrogative sentence? A yes or no type of question. Okay. So I will change. She's asking me. Okay. What is the subject? What is the object? It is me. So this will change into you, because when Sarah will talk to me, then she will address me as you, right? So Sarah said to me, because asked will change into said to, and there is an object, so said to. If there would have been no object, then only said. Sarah said to me, then we placed a comma, started the inverted commas, and now we have to make an interrogative form of this sentence. So whether I was coming to school, are you, then coming, why are, why not was, because we will change this past continuous into present continuous. Past continuous will change into present continuous. Okay, this is present continuous form. Are you coming to the school? Now this is a question. Now this is a question, so we will place a question mark. That is what I told you, that we have to end the sentence with the correct form of punctuation, with the correct punctuation mark. So since this is an interrogative sentence, so we will be ending it with a question mark. And then what do we do at the end? We just close the inverted commas and our conversion is done. All right. So now let us look at the next example. This is the example of an exclamatory sentence. The girl exclaimed that it was a wonderful painting. The girl exclaimed that it was a wonderful painting. Now, this exclamatory sentence is easy to identify because such kind of reporting verb are there. Reporting verbs are there, like exclaim, with joy, with sorrow, all these kinds. So now we very easily can make out that this is an exclamatory sentence. Again, this exclaimed will change into said. See, there is no object after exclaimed, so we are not using any to over here. Said to someone. Okay, we are not using that. We are just using said, right? So whenever there will be an object after the reporting verb, only then we will be using said to form. Otherwise, we'll be using only said. So the girl said, comma, then inverted comma begin, that it was a wonderful painting. How do we say when we have to exclaim such thing? So we say like this: wow, what a wonderful painting it is. Okay, then we place an exclamation mark and close the sentence with the inverted commas. Okay, this is the way of converting uh, a sentence, an exclamatory sentence which is given in indirect speech, and you are asked to convert it into direct speech. Few more examples are there now. WH types of question. There were two types of interrogative sentences, right? One was yes or no type, and the other was WH type. So this, the previous one was the yes or no type, and this is a WH type of question. The policeman inquired, where were the weapons? So policeman, he's asking, he's inquiring. So, but whatsoever this reporting verb is, we just change it into said or said to. And since there is no object, so only said will be used. The policeman said, where are the weapons? Where were the weapons will change into where are. Were is the past form, so if we find a past form, we change it into present. Okay. Um, then another sentence. Pizza proposed to her friends that they should play Twister. Now, if you remember this proposed, it meant, when were we using proposed? When there was a let in the sentence, okay, and the let was followed by us, right? Only then we were using the word proposed. So now we know that if proposed is there, then we have to start our reported speech with letters. So let us look at the direct speech. Fiza said to her friends. Now Fiza proposed to her friends, again objects. So Fiza said to her friends, then comma. What did she say? Let us play Twister. That they should play Twister means let us play Twister. She's suggesting to her friends. She's proposing to her friends. So it will change into this form. All right. So now we will, if you have understood, and since you have no questions, so let us start with the practice. What do you see on your screen? The set of first 5 questions. And you very well know what you are supposed to do. Come on, start writing the answers in your copy. Quick.
Ma'am, the answer for the
Yes,
first
Yashim?
sentence is,
Yes.
the answer for the first sentence is, the captain said it is an occasion to celebrate.
Very good. And what about the commas and inverted commas? Tell in detail. Like I have
Ma'am,
told
the
you.
captain said,
Yes.
comma, double
Yes.
inverted commas open. It is an occasion to celebrate, full stop, double commas closed.
Very good. And it, the I will be in capital letter.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Excellent. Next, Ummeed
Thank
will
you,
give
ma'am.
the answer. Yes, Ummeed.
Ma'am,
Yes, yes. Who is it?
ma'am, the mother said to her daughter that I am proud of your achievements.
Will we be using that for direct speech?
No, ma'am.
So say like Yashi said. Tell the answer in detail. Unmute yourself. Yes.
The mother said, comma,
The mother said to her daughter.
Yes, ma'am. The mother said to her daughter, comma, double inverted comma, that I am proud of your achievements.
Full stop, then double inverted commas, close.
Yes, ma'am.
You can mute yourself. So the answer will be, the mother said to her daughter, then we place a comma, we will remove this that. There is no place of that in direct speech. Okay. And then we start the double inverted commas. I am proud of your achievements. Full stop, double inverted commas, close. Very good, Ummeed. Next sentence, Divyanshi is in the line, so Divyanshi will tell the answer.
Ma'am, the answer for the third sentence will be, the prisoner said, comma, then inverted commas open, then capital letter I had spoken nothing but the truth, then full stop, and then inverted commas close.
Yes, the prisoner said, comma, then inverted comma open, I have spoken nothing but the truth, full stop, inverted commas close. Very good, Divyanshi.
Yes.
Now who will give the answer? Okay, Abhineet will give the answer for the fourth one. Yes, Abhineet.
The mother said to her son that, comma, double inverted comma, she will lend him the money, but he had to listen to her.
Now you have not
Dot.
focused on the conversion of pronoun. Let us hear it from somebody else. Well tried, Abhini, but few places you left. Okay, Tanishka, let us see if you can give the correct answer.
The mother said to her son, comma, inverted commas, double inverted commas open.
Yes.
I will lend you the money, but you have to listen to me. Full stop, double inverted commas close.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, Abhineet, so here you were mistaken. You missed out the conversion of pronouns. So that also you have to pay attention to. Otherwise, well tried, Abhineet, and very good, Tanishka. The fifth one, Anushka will get the chance to answer. Yes, Anushka.
And the answer will be the stranger asked me, comma, double inverted commas open, is your father at home, double inverted commas closed.
What about the punctuation mark? Which punctuation
Yes,
mark
ma'am.
will come? Which punctuation mark will end the sentence? Okay, let us hear it from Shubhi. Yes, Shubhi.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Ma'am, the answer will be the stranger asked me, comma, double inverted commas open, is your father at home, question mark, double inverted commas closed.
Okay, this is also correct. But if you change asked into said to me, then also it won't be wrong. The stranger said to me, comma, double inverted commas open, is is your father at home? Question mark, double inverted commas closed. Okay, Anushka, you missed out question mark. This is what I was asking you. Very well said, both of you. Very good. Now,
Thank you, ma'am.
let us move on to the next set of 5 questions. Again, every one of you is required to write down each one of you is required to write down the answers quickly. And the sixth sentence, the answer for the sixth one will be given by Juveria Ubaid. Yes, Juveria. Let us hear your answer.
Ma'am, the answer will be the teacher said to the boy, comma, double inverted comma, get out of the class, double inverted comma close.
Full stop and then double inverted commas close. Very good, excellent answer. The teacher said to the boy, comma, double inverted commas begin, get out of the class, full stop, double inverted commas close. Okay. Now the seventh one, Shivansh will give the answer. Shivansh Tiwari.
Ma'am, the answer of seventh will be Sarika said, comma,
Yes.
we should get something, inverted comma open, we should get something to eat, full stop, inverted comma close.
Think of something else. Think of changing it into some other way. Will we be using let or not? She's suggesting, she's proposing. So,
Sarika proposed.
no. See, said will remain said only. Whatever change you have to do is in the reported speech. Okay, you have tried well. Let us hear it from who has not given the answer so far. Shubh. Yes, Shubh.
Sarika said, comma, double inverted comma open,
Yes.
let us get something to eat, full stop, double inverted comma close.
Very good. See, I have time and again told you that whenever you encounter a word like suggested or proposed, that means you have to begin the reported speech with let us. So Sarika said, comma, then inverted commas open, let us get something to eat, full stop and inverted commas close. I think it is clear to you, Shivansh. Okay. So keep this thing in your mind. Good beta. Both of you well done. Next is 8th. Karan regretted that he had been very foolish. Who will give the answer? Arpit? Yes, Arpit.
Ma'am, the answer will be Karan confessed, comma, double inverted comma, open, that he had been so foolish, double inverted comma, close, full stop.
Let us hear it from someone else. Let us see if your answer is correct. Sanvi, will you give the answer?
Ma'am, the answer will be Karan said, I had been very foolish.
No. Who wants to give it a try? Who thinks that his or her answer is correct? Yes, Shubh.
Karan said, in full
Comma.
comma, inverted comma, inverted comma,
Comma.
open.
Yes.
I was very foolish, full stop, inverted comma, closed.
No, again you are wrong. Karan said comma, inverted commas open. How foolish have I been? Exclamation mark, inverted commas closed. Okay? Because here it has been used had been. Had been is past perfect, and the conversion of past perfect is present perfect. Alright? So this will be the correct answer. 9th, who will give the answer? Yes, Divyanshi.
Ma'am, the travelers said, comma,
Then
I inverted commas open. I had lost all my money.
see the words like cried, regretted, exclaimed. These all they denote that the sentence is an exclamatory sentence. So make it in the form of exclamatory sentence. Oh no, I have lost all my money. This can
Yes,
be
ma'am.
one way. Okay. So the traveler said,
Ma'am,
comma, yes, yes, say.
ma'am, inverted commas open. Inverted commas open. Oh, I had lost all of my money. All my money.
Oh, I have lost all my money. Then we will
All
place
my
an
money.
exclamation mark and we will end the sentence with the double inverted commas. Okay,
Inverted commas.
closed.
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
The traveler said, comma, their inverted commas open. Oh no, I have lost all my money. Then exclamation mark and inverted commas closed. Okay. So this is the correct way. And the last one, let me see who will give the answer for the last one. Who has not answered so far? Nandika, you were raising your hand. Now you have lowered your hand. What happened? Okay, Juveria.
Ma'am, the answer will be they said to her, comma, double inverted comma open, we will meet you tomorrow in the evening.
Very good. And full stop and double inverted commas.
Double inverted
Closed.
comma closed.
Very good. Excellent, Juveria. You have focused on each and everything. They said to her, comma, double inverted commas open. They will change into we. Okay, third person. Here it is in third person, so it will change into the first person. We will meet you tomorrow in the evening. Full stop, double inverted commas close. And now here we come to the end of our session. You all were really good, performed really well, and a big round of applause for all of you who have answered. So I think you all have understood now, and thank you for being very nice and for participating in this practice round.